This Nordic Forum, I think it's highly important because when we speak about embodied carbon, so life cycle carbon of buildings, it's technically a very complicated matter. And all the countries are preparing regulation. And when those countries already introduced requirements, this can be very valuable experience for other countries, and Estonia is especially looking what happens in Sweden, how they did the method in Denmark, what is experience and how it runs. So all countries are today working with the same issue. We want to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from the construction sector, but it's not so evident how this can be done and which limit values should be set. So maybe we even don't exactly know what needs to be changed in the construction to reduce carbon and what needs to be changed in the material production to be more efficient and reduce carbon of the products. So these are kind of questions we are looking for the answers when preparing these national regulations. And more and more we have this information exchange. I think it will also harmonize national calculation methodologies. We have more similar regulation, and this is indeed a good thing for an open and common market. Life cycle embodied carbon in buildings, it's really a new topic in Estonia. Estonia has been a kind of a pioneer when we speak about energy performance of buildings. These requirements already have been there more than 15 years based on the digital twins and dynamic simulations, so on. But when this life cycle carbon has somehow received less attention in Estonia. So from that respect, it's very important for us to see what has already happened in other Nordic countries. And I think we very successfully we can apply the same approach, and it is always no need to reinvent the wheel in these things. If you can learn something from other countries, then it can be a great help when setting up national limit values and also a national calculation methodology, because in the calculation methodology there are some important aspects, so which specific construction parts can be excluded or which needs to be calculated, and if everything needs to be calculated, it's a bit too complicated. And so it's very nice to look from other countries how they have solved their calculation methods to end up, let's say, with a method which will work well and hopefully will not slow down or overcomplicate the construction, what is also an important argument.